Now. Hello and welcome. This is the Nikken Showcase. We have it every Thursday morning, and there are a number of them all week. So whoever invited you to join us on this webinar will tell you how to plug into other presentations. And it's the easy way to learn all about Nikken. And the repetition really gives you a better feeling for all about Nikken. And I'm going to share PowerPoint right now, and I'm not sure why I'm not coming up as the speaker here. Let's see, Hattiejane is showing up. I'm gonna go forward with the sharing. And I think I got rid of the black things. Do you see any of the black boxes?
No, it's
So
okay.
Nikken is a better way to a life in balance. It's a whole new opportunity to really take control of your health. And I discovered Nikken over 20 years ago, and it's made a huge difference in our lives. I was already doing all the things I knew about. I was a nutritionist and a family counselor and had been a lawyer before that. And I was doing everything I knew about to keep my family healthy. We were eating well and being active and sleeping well. And I was excited to see Nikken because it was a whole nother dimension of taking care of our health. Because Nikken already at that point had been studying 20 years how to support natural health with natural energy, particularly magnetic technology, to put our bodies in alignment at the cellular and even the molecular level. So that made so much sense to me that I joined right away, and I was actually looking for a way to build a healthy business and reach more people with the philosophy of natural health. So Nikken was actually a complete godsend, a major discovery, and I hope it is the same thing for you. It's all about the compounding effect of our daily choices and habits because they determine our quality of life and they give us the results we want with health, income, relationships, happiness, and our ultimate success. And if we make poor choices every day, we tend to not achieve our potential. It's easy to get depressed and discouraged. But if we are taking care of ourselves, making small choices that add up to success, we become humans being more, which is Nikken's motto from the very beginning, building humans. So I'm going to talk about the collaborative entrepreneurship part of Nikken because it's a way to break out of the workaday world where you don't have enough time and don't have enough money at the end of the month and don't have enough time for family and maybe even don't like your job. 80% of people don't like their jobs today. So the collaborative entrepreneurship is really a great gift. And because I was a family counselor, I knew how people were struggling with their finances and the stresses in their lives. And Nikken's philosophy of humans being more is based on balance in the 5 pillars of health. And if you're watching the screen, shows a circle with healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And when these are in balance, you can really achieve your potential. If one of them isn't, then the others eventually suffer. And when I gave up big firm law practice to be with my family, I figured I'd given up big finances. But of course that affected our vacations and how many lessons I could pay for the kids and so on. And our contributions to the charities we believe in. But we were taking good care of healthy body, healthy mind, healthy family. But with the idea of Nikken, you can have it all, and it has proven to be true for us. So modern life is a huge source of stress, and the major stress for most people is financial. And there are basically 4 ways we earn our income. And that's as an employee, and most people are employees, but they may have second jobs, 2 bosses, or self-employed where you own your own business, but you have to be there. So employees and self-employed people don't have any leverage. Their time equals money, and there's only so many hours, and there's only so much money you can charge per hour. So the way to get financially free is to own businesses like franchises, or to use your money to leverage money, and that is through investors like Warren Buffett. His picture's on the screen here. But the problem with the most franchises in the past is that it takes millions to start a McDonald's franchise, or even a smaller one. It's $500,000. And most of us don't have that sitting around to start a business with. Same with being an investor. If you want to earn $50,000 a month, you have to have at least $1 million put away at 5%. So, I mean, 50,000 a year. So if you want just 50,000 a year, you're going to have $1 million put away at 5%. So for most people, they never get from the left to the right, from the employee, self-employed, to the business owner and investor. 55% of our population are in the employed and self-employed, but they only control 5% of the wealth. 95% of our wealth is controlled by the 5% that own the businesses and our investors. So what can we do? Well, a lot of people now are going into the gig economy, and that's the new economy. You can read about it in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, where independent workers have on-demand availability for temporary assignments or part-time or after-hour assignments. And the millennials are embracing this, and the success of Uber is a perfect example of what's going on. People adding to their income by gig employment. And Amazon's another example. It's gone up by a factor of 5 in 5 years, 500% growth, because people are not only buying on Amazon, they're setting up small businesses and growing gig businesses. So this is a perfect fit for Nikken. They developed a model over 40 years ago, which is truly a gig model. And it's easily integrates into your life, very low cost of entry. It's not like a traditional franchise, although it has all the benefits of a franchise. You are in charge, and you can have other people join you and make commissions off of them. So there's a turnkey entrepreneurial system, a wonderful leadership development plan. Even though it's your own business, there's oodles of people there who want to help you, who make a bit of money from your success. So it's the perfect gig. You're not trading time for money anymore. You're leveraging the time and efforts of others through your business. So what we do as entrepreneurs with Nikken is that we utilize the gig economy to offer people opportunity and income and teach them to do the same thing. So what we do is we join Nikken, we share and promote the amazing technologies, which we'll talk about in a moment. We invite people to become customers or join us as consultants, be partners with us. And Nikken takes care of all those things that corporations do. I was a corporate lawyer, and they do a whole lot of, R&D, inventory, warehousing, operations, accounting, and Nikken does all of that for us. We are the marketing arm as consultants, and they pay us well with commissions and incentives and so on. So the core of what we are presenting is the certified Nikken Wellness Home. In 40 years, Nikken has developed enough different products to address all our basic needs: water, air, sleep, light, and nutrition to support the health of our body. And so that becomes a cash flow engine for each consultant. A person starts maybe as a customer, gets a few products and discover how valuable they are. They get on the monthly consumables, the nutritionals, the skincare, the filters for their air and water filters, and then they upgrade to a sleep system, a water system, and so on to maximize their convenience and quality. And then tell other people about it, the rest of your family and your neighbors and your friends and your colleagues. And then Nikken's always researching the state-of-the-art products. And so it is a cash flow engine. Once people discover Nikken, they stay with Nikken and continue to purchase, which sends money to you as a consultant. So it's a purpose-driven model. You're actually helping people improve their lives while Nikken pays you, and you build your business on your own time. And the way we leverage is with a system we called ABC. You teach people to reach people. And once you have this little picture, shows 5 wellness homes, people developing their wellness homes, you at the center of the circle, and then the 3 people below are people that you found who want to build businesses around Nikken. So they are the 3 that you help teach 3 more people. And so this is another diagram of the ABC system. You're the mentor, and you coach your new person to invite 3rd people to either be customers or consultants. And the support system is second to none. Everybody benefits. Even people who aren't related to your organization, when you help them, they help you, and so on, so that everybody wants you to succeed. We have 7 billion people. Every one of them needs a wellness home. So we don't compete within the company. We help each other build. And this is a wonderful picture of an apple seed. If it's nurtured and put in the right place at the right time, it can be responsible, 1 apple seed, for millions and millions of apples. And we do have people in Nikken who have changed the lives of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, probably millions. And this is what I call the cone of possibility. With you at the top as a consultant, down the left side, you're affecting people. You're inviting people to enjoy the Nikken lifestyle. Your 3 people find 3 people, so that's 9. Each of them have their 5 people building wellness homes, so that's 45 customers in your organization. And once you reach that level, you're making at least $500 a month at the silver level. That's the first leadership level. And then it goes up and up and up. We have many Royal Diamonds that are earning well over $10,000 a month. It's truly phenomenal, and even $40,000 as the picture shows. So we're helping the planet by getting people healthier. Nikken's very environmentally responsible as well in the development of their products, and the profits are amazing. So this is all the different ways that Nikken pays us. We can go into detail more later about that, but there's actually a trip to Italy this year that a lot of Nikken winners are going to be on with our CEO. So now we're going to switch to telling you more about the Nikken technologies, the active wellness philosophy. So I'm going to welcome Hattiejane, and Hattiejane Daracourt, she's my co-host, and she's going to introduce you to the products. So she's
Thank you, Randy. Thank you all.
Nursing, wonderful person. So let me mute myself.
Thank you for inviting me to join you on these presentations, because it's so much fun to tell people how explorative and fascinating this product line is. Because Nikken really and truly gave me back hope. Now, what does hope got to do with it? Well, hope you make more money? Well, no, it's a little more subtle for me, because I saw it as a way to help people who were hurting or in different problems to feel better, to heal faster because they were feeling better. So I saw it as a really fantastic marketplace. So that would be a plan B for me as a registered nurse. I had some odds and ends problems I was having, and they seemed to start to help, and that was interesting. Then the next factor was, though, as I used the different products, because I bought them, because I was, remember, working toward a business. So I was laying in products so I could use them and share them and use them for my own health. And that's when I really found the magic of Nikken, in that I found answers to health problems that were symptomatic problems, were not life-threatening, but they were definitely unknowing to everybody around me and myself. and diminishing my ability to be a human being more. Now, what were they? How did they do it? Well, that's where Nikken's technology comes in. And as a more academic type person, I have looked at the writings, I've looked at the research, I've done, how does this work? How does this work? I've spent so much time in that, I haven't been having much luck at telling people about it individually. So through this medium, through the recording. So I am so delighted to introduce you all. Randy, could we saw the picture of the wellness home, and basically Nikken found a very basic technology, and then it introduced it into ways that it can be used easily, smoothly within a person's life, and with consistency. For example, they started out with insoles. Now, Mr. Masuda found that there were things that going on in technology at the time, 43 years ago, that had to do with magnetics, and he was aware of energy flow within our body because of the many awareness in the East of how our energy is affected. And so they put it in insoles. And the idea was to slip them in their soji socks at night when they get in from a hard day of work and demanding work. And it reduced their stress, and they were able to enjoy their family so very much. They didn't do it to impact their health. They did it to impact their relaxation and enjoyment of family and their well-being. Since then, they found that our stress has such effect on our health, our quality of sleep has such effect. Our water has been so definitely affected throughout the world because of what's going on in our own environments. And even the air in our modern world, where we're living in the area, can affect our health tremendously with a negative intent, as opposed to being so very positive. So to augment in the home that marvelous energy that he got first from the insoles, they added a sleep system, first of all, which was like a futon. Next slide. And so in that, you're laying down, your body has craved sleep, it's got to sleep. So you're laying down, and again, that marvelous technology affects and interacts with the technology and normal technology we have within our bodies, which is called our energy territory by many of us, because it's we just feel more relaxed, more calm, more energized. And in the field of healthcare and traditional care, energy has been a major focus of how we describe what's going on. In our world here in the fancy technology and all that, we've been marvelous ways of showing, we can actually show what that means externally by the tests we run and the paperwork we show and the pictures we can show. And unfortunately, our health trends are really having a bit more problem. And I find I'm sharing the audio with someone, which I'm delighted, but it throws me off. And here I am. Here we go again. Than they have been in the past. So the health trends we look at trends and we say, well, okay, at one time it was cholera and typhoid and open sewers, and that public health has drastically changed. The irritants within tobacco has been identified as a major contributor to ill health. That has been addressed publicly. But the trends are showing that our kids are still are growing up in a state of disease, of discomfort and disease, and even more problems are showing up. So Nikken has continued bringing out being able to sleep. They've added water in a way in which the water is cleansed and it's portable, and you can take it with you city to city, apartment to apartment, or house to house, and cook with it, shower with it, so that you are getting the best fluid that your body is an essential element, water. That water we really and truly, our bodies does not process our cell work very well, if at all. Then coming down the pike, it's like, okay, well, so I sleep in it. Then it also came in and found things. Well, how can we carry it with us for our problems? Around my neck, I have hanging several necklaces, because one is for like a little gastric discomfort I get in my esophagus. The other one is for my respiratory. And I used to have a different one that I tease folks in the comments, yeah, it's my respirator. Because for my particular health trends, my respiratory care, my reaction to allergens and in my environment I'd be around would cause me to wheeze and sneeze and bleed, and it was really annoying to everybody, including me. So now I can breathe easily, and I also don't have that stuffy nose when I wake up. I can keep my mouth shut when I remember to. And breathe, as opposed, which many people say, well, that's natural, everybody can do that. No, because of my health issues, I was not able to. And just having an open mouth and breathing and just taking care of my teeth better was, well, that's what I had to do. But that was different. And I wasn't able to breathe easy. So now I can. And so we find things as we use things which work for us as individuals. And that, and one of the most things of sharing this, we shared, now I've told you about it. You check it out if you're having any kind of those type problems and see if it works for you. And that's where Nikken's as a business is so much more than so many copycats that we have out there, or even ancient practitioners. Because we have products that we use in our everyday life that we can infiltrate our world of using it because we decide to do it, because we knows the difference. Now, one of the things, Nikken, being a research and development company, is constantly on the lookout and the awareness of our health. And now I'm working off this wonderful little cell phone. And there you see their water system. And there's that big one that I can cook from, and I can do all my drinking water. I'm a water snob. I'll take my water with me in big bottles if I need to. And then if I'm like traveling, I have the smaller bottle that that's got a little handle on top of it. And I can use that to fill from the public water source and still have excellent water, really a marvelous pH. And then down to the side of the tall component are the shower systems, so that when I shower my nice hot shower and I feel good, I don't chlorine gas myself. Plus, the water makes my skin so very silky soft. And our next grouping, and this is all in a group now, which at this time of the recording is available in this collaboration, so you can start out totally set up for a number of months without having to change any filters, because you've got them with part of the pack, and it's cheaper than buying it wholesale. So you might check that out and ask your someone about that, because you can get all of that all in one sweep and set yourself up to get on really, really healthy water. And here is another pack, we call it Energy Pack. Now you see those footprint things? Well, those are the generation that we currently have, are the most fascinating product that came to the US. An earlier generation of those, and that's another thing about the company. When the Japanese brought the manufacturing of their insoles, the Nikken insoles, to the US and put the manufacturing here in this country, as opposed to us having to wait for the shipment from Japan, the manufacturing process was great, but it just didn't quite hack, and we had some breakages. Well, at that time, Nikken just simply replaced every single pair that broke on them, and they worked with the manufacturer instead of dusting them to the dump, and they went back and worked with them, until we got it down right. So then our insoles are flexible, movable, and worked, as opposed to backing out. So I think it's wonderful that that's the quality of the company that we're representing as a marketing arm, and it has continued to be so. It started that way, and it has not given up on that quality and that nature of supportiveness to the end person, the customer. And the mat underneath is our newest mat I have on my shoulder. And it is called a grounding pad. And that seems kind of strange. This stuff is electronic we're working on. We have the smartest cell phone. We have the Wi-Fi all over the place. I love it. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm doing a presentation and across the countryside, and it's being recorded. It is a fantastic technology, and we're not going to give it up. No way, no how. But our bodies are influenced by what we eat, breathe, and are exposed to, right? Well, the technology of the wireless age, the technology of the electrical age has some potential to be affecting us in ways that our bodies are not, never were used to. So what are our bodies going to do? Well, some people have some ideas, but they have found that if they use this nature of product, that their bodies are working better and they're more, and everything is working more healthy. And so Nikken has very wisely and very effectively added to their line of energy this grounding pad. And I'm just ecstatic over it because as I love this technology and not about to give it up, I now have a way to augment the healthcare that I've gotten by using the previous technologies that Nikken has introduced to me and to others. And that is the thing with others. We have hundreds of people, thousands, I don't know how many, but I know Nikken's been still in business, so it's been doing good work. It's not just in this state, from Canada, Latin America, South America, Europe, the East, Australia, we've been there. We're just all over the place. As where we can get the corporation and it's direct saline territory that's appropriate into, and people want us, and therefore we move the business. Because if you don't move the product, Nikken doesn't have any business. It doesn't take feedback from companies. It's not supported by governments. It's supported by the people who find it effective, who find it effective in their lives and worth paying out of their pocket for. So here is our sleep system, which is the part of my crown jewel territory, because you sleep on the pad, and if you, whatever quality of bedding you like, whether it be super hard or super soft or movable or rigid, you just lay down the pad on top of it, which has the magnetic field and is in a very healthy manufacturing way. And the pillow has magnets in it, and the comforter has magnets, and another technology which facilitates our temperature range to really be help the body be in the range of where it is the healthiest for all those lovely little enzymes and building blocks of our body. And so we get a deep sleep. Now, these last 3 slides have been in area of us having what we might call collections or packs, so that they're marketed at a price which is cheaper than what you could get if you bought them individually over time. So they're really a good way, one, of starting your wellness home completely, investigating completely for yourself, and if you want to join in a business, of getting your product line so you are actively in it, and that you have things that say, this is what the picture is, this is what it feels like and looks like. So because again, and then the company went into nutritionals. Now there are a lot of nutritionals out there. Look at GNC. Boy, my goodness gracious, a whole building of them. But Nikken went into investigating with scientists and researchers who were studying healthy interactions of our body as to what the foods and how the foods are made, what would actually benefit. And every tablet, every pill, every drink has exactly what is reported to say on our label. Every pill has got the exact amount that is given on the thing. It is a high quality, which is not easy to reproduce. You have to have very quality manufacturing and packaging in order to deliver this to the individual to me. So the quality of the company and what they say they have, and then you look at what's in it, and is this something you think what they're saying you need? Okay, well then go for it. Check us out. And everybody needs supplementations in variety of forms because of our current reality. So come check, be a customer, give us a call. Us, it's each, and you give an individual person, preferably someone you know. If you don't, you wind up calling the company and they'll sign you a person. But a lot of people love the stuff and they have a lot to teach you or a lot to share. They'll find out information if you're not aware of it. And they'll help you find answers if you're looking for a particular thing as a person. So come and be a part-time entrepreneur or a full-time entrepreneur and help us build this company until it becomes the very next word in anybody's mouth when they say, let's go take care of ourselves. An active wellness and living a life in balance. Thank you all.
Thank you, Hattiejane. Appreciate you sharing about the products and your experience and the quality of the company. It's really unique. And as far as I know, as a corporate lawyer, I knew a lot of corporations, and it was exciting to find a corporation with a heart and high integrity and careful about what it says and what it does, and producing, as you said, standing behind every product and only introducing products that are top of the line ahead of everything else in the market. They get requests from inventors all over the world all the time to look at their products because they are recognized as being at the cutting edge of the wellness industry and having a distribution model that informs people, because we get passionate about it and we share with others. So it's truly an amazing company. Thank you so much. Now, is there anyone else who'd like to share? We only have, well, we don't really have any more time. But I fell in love with Nikken because I had discovered already in my natural health studies the dangers from electromagnetic pollution. And when I found that Isamu Masuda in Japan in the 70s had figured out, with those insoles Hattiejane described so well, how to bring back that natural magnetic energy up through our feet, it was a revelation. And now they have over 100 products, and as she described, you can cover your family, your body, and we take this micro environment with us to keep our body at optimal function. So thank you, Hattiejane, for sharing with us, and I'm going to close the recording now. So get with the person who invited you to this webinar and get into the circle of information and get some products. It really takes experiencing the products to appreciate how phenomenal these are. Many people are like, well, can magnets really help? I've had this shoulder problem forever. Yes, they can. It's truly amazing. So we look forward to your future discovery of Nikken.